Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the GameStop exclusive Gaming Greats KX Security Droid, as well as the B1 Battle Droid from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So these two figures are ones that I was either going to pass on altogether or just wait for a sale. Well, GameStop was running a sale, and after the discounts and my $5 monthly coupon, these wound up being about $9 a piece. Pretty good deal. And of course, these come in the plastic-free Galaxy packaging. Got Star Wars The Black Series up top. Here we have renders of each figure. Looks pretty good. Got the Gaming Greats logo, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and KX Security Droid, and B1 Battle Droid. On this side of the box, you get pictures of what's inside. So on the KX Droid, you get the figure, obviously. Comes with the backpack, an electro staff. He stands at 7.1 inches tall. For the Battle Droid, he comes with an E5 blaster. He stands at 6.2 inches tall. Got the Gaming Greats logo up top. Plastic-free packaging. On this side, there's your artwork. Very nice. I love how the KX Droid's arm kind of bleeds into the Battle Droid's box. It's pretty slick, and I love the color for the Gaming Greats line. There's nothing on the top, and on the bottom, barcode, small print, and logos. And there's the back of the boxes. Same render as the front. You got a short bio in several different languages. The KX Droid's number 15, the Battle Droid's number 16, then you got some more small print down there. And I'll just read the bio for each. I'll start with the KX Droid. It just says, formidable and specialized in close combat, these droids employ a combination of brute strength and rugged durability to capture and incapacitate enemies. And the B1 Battle Droid just says, these variant B1 droids have been reprogrammed and repainted to serve a new master years after the end of the Clone Wars and the rise of the Empire. All right, I'm gonna get these two droids open and let's take a look at them. Okay, so here is the KX Droid and the B1 Droid out of the box, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on these. I mean, they're just repaints of K2SO and a B1 Droid. We've seen them before, but as far as new stuff, I think I'm going to start with the KX Droid first. And what I mean by new stuff, I mean this power pack. And this is kind of cool. It's black with some very nice vibrant red paint. Got some nice silver there. Got a couple of very sturdy pegs to hold it onto his back. Some nice detail there. Got this wire and a couple of little clips to go around his arm. Yeah, this thing's pretty neat. And this round peg and rectangular peg will just plug into there. So this thing does add some back weight / top weight to this figure, but it does look good on him. I do love the look of it. And these two little clips, they're very flexy. So they, you can just separate them and slip them around his arm. Just like that. And that does look pretty good. I love the look of it, but as far as him standing, it does add some back weight. And this is one of the reasons why I never wanted to pay full price for this figure, because K2SO doesn't stand. This guy, you have to work on it. And I had this guy on the shelf overnight just to see, and sure enough, he toppled forward. He took the Battle Droid with him. He took a couple of solo figures with him. So I will have to put him on a stand of some sort. But yep, there it goes. All right, so let's take a look at the figure. It's K2SO. It's the same figure, just repainted. The eyes are just white, just like on K. Now, I fixed K2SO's eyes to make it look a little more like they did in the movie. This one, I think I'm going to leave this one white, or these eyes white. Okay, for the game, I think it's a little more accurate to the game. It's okay. The little mouth looks nice. The red in here, very cool. All the detail. I think K2SO has a little more like paint on him, some scratches and scuffs and, just more paint. This one's very plain. I mean, it's a Gaming Greats figure, that's why. But it does look good. This is very nice there. I do love the black, gray, and red. Some subtle gray paint there. I've always loved all the detail in here. This looks good. And on the back of him, you got more detail in there. That is just very slick right there. I love that. Love this. The joints look good. Coming down, yeah, clear, clear pegs in the joints. It's a nice touch. And of course the feet. Yeah, it's the same figure. We've seen it before. But, he has trouble standing. You do have to balance him. But once you get him, I think he does look great on the shelf. And there's a look at the shock baton that he comes with. And this is just like the one that came with the Scout Trooper from Fallen Order, as well as the Riot Scout from Jedi Survivor. Same exact weapon, and of course this thing can extend. Okay, you got the little electro bits there. You just kind of jam those on the end, and they stay put. Pretty cool weapon. Mine is a little warped, but that's to be expected. Yeah, let's stick this in his hand, see what it looks like. So as you see, this hand isn't really sculpted to hold this weapon. There is a little bit of wobble, but if you jam it back in there into his thumb, It stays put, but the fingers are just totally the wrong shape to really hold this well. But once you get it in, it stays put, and there he is about to backhand somebody with this thing, and that looks pretty good. And this wire that's attached to his arm is very forgiving. It's very long, so you can move the arm pretty much all over the place. Okay, this wire will just flex with it. These little clips will just ride along his arm, so that's nice. Yeah, you can get the thing all the way up here. I mean, yeah. It's nice that this wire is long enough to do that, but I will most likely just keep him like this, just to conserve space on the shelf, not having this thing stick out so much. I'm not going to go through articulation. I mean, pretty standard articulation. You can see all the joints. I mean, the joints, the elbows are just a 90. It's not terrible. He's got some good motion in his head. The legs are just loose, especially this right ankle. Very loose. Yeah, the articulation is pretty standard on this guy. Yeah, it's a good looking figure. It's just I'm going to have to put this guy on a stand, I think. And moving on to the B1 Battle Droid, just like the other Battle Droids that we've seen, just a different paint job. And surprisingly, this guy stands pretty well. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, but I do love the paint on this one. This is very nice. The white, kind of a brownish color, against this gray color. It's pretty neat. I do love it. The white, yeah, same thing here. Got a little bit there. Some on the hands. Feet are just gray. It's kind of a boring figure. Get some white up here. It's okay. It's a Battle Droid. It's just what I expected, okay? The articulation is okay. The elbows get past 90. He only has horizontal hinges on his wrists. This joint here at his neck was super tight out of the box. I had to heat that one up. Very tight. Yeah, he's got a little bit of tilt at the head. Head can go up and down. These things can move. It's a Battle Droid, all right? And again, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. It looks just like it's supposed to look, but the paint job is pretty cool. And as far as accessories, there's his backpack, and there is zero paint on this thing. It's very boring. There's the little pegs that hold it in. The antennas can go up and down just like on the other ones that we've seen. But that'll just peg in there. It's very secure once it's on, but that's what that looks like. And there's a look at the E5 blaster that he comes with, and there's no paint on this. It's just all black. There's no silver dry brushing anywhere. Just all one color, but I do love the sculpt of this thing. It's a very cool weapon. And I think this droid holds this weapon pretty well, so there it is in just the right hand. And there's just a standing at attention pose. I think that looks good. And you can turn the head slightly, have him fire, low down here. But if you wanted the weapon a little bit closer to his head, you kind of have to turn the wrist funny, and that just doesn't look right. But I will most likely just have him standing at attention. I do love the look of this. All right, so I got the KX Droid about to backhand somebody. B1's just standing at attention. I'm gonna go stick these guys on the shelf and let's see what they look like there. And here we are, and yes, these figures look great on the shelf. I am very pleased with how they look, and as you see, I have them on some stands. So one of my subscribers sent me some Landspeeder Luke stands. These things are fantastic. I've got Aura Singh and Cad Bane on a couple there. I've got Tarkin bumped up on one. I've got Scar Trooper Mike elevated on one. And I definitely have K2SO on one, because this bastard will not stand up. Yeah, these stands are awesome. Thank you so much for sending these my way. But I have to say, these two figures look great on the shelf. So bottom line, I think both these figures look fantastic. And I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on these because we've seen them before. I mean, they are just straight up repaints, but they look great. I love the electro staff on the KX Droid. The battery pack is super cool with the wire coming down. Love it. The B1, I mean, it's a B1. They look great. Now, as far as standing, this figure in particular, just like K2SO, has a problem standing. This guy, I think these are kind of hit or miss, but this one, I hope the stands work. But yes, I do love the look of these. I'm happy I got them for a good price, but I want to hear from you guys. So comment below and let me know what you think of the KX Security Droid and the B1 Battle Droid from Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And if you enjoy videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it, and I just thank you all so much for watching. See you guys next time.